Welcome to the highlights of Stage 7 of La Vuelta A Espana, from Andorra la Vella to Serlet. Relaxed atmosphere all round. Egan Bernal mixing with his fans, and smiles all round ahead of what was to be a very tough day in the saddle. Jasper Philipsen signing autographs, and all of our Jersey leaders at the head of affairs on the line. So let's have a look at the profile of today's stage. 4,200 metres of elevation, 4 categorised climbs along the way, a long neutralised section that takes us into the first long climb of the day before the final ascent up to Serlet, 12.1 k's at 5.8%. It was to be a very fast stage indeed. Multiple attacks in the opening kilometres, which would take us to the foot of the opening climb. That long haul up, 24 k's, was the first category climb of the day. Juan Ayuso, after a disappointing day yesterday, was the first rider on the offensive. A surprise attacker, but he did provide the catalyst for some very aggressive racing with still 172 kilometres to ride. He went clear and was solo for the vast majority of the climb. Behind, there was an absolutely furious chase. The bunch splitting, reforming, splitting again, and riders going out the back. It was a fast opening climb, but this man persisted, opening up a lead of 21 seconds, bounced around the 15-second mark as well. But ultimately, he stayed clear to the top after a sterling effort, taking maximum points over the King of the Mountains classification. 10 points in the bag for him, but look who finished in second place. The green jersey of Mads Pedersen, second over the top of this first category climb to infiltrate the move of the day, with the bunch at that point not too far behind. On the descent of the first big climb of the day, the breakaway started to coalesce, and ultimately we were to be left with 13 riders out in front, who built up a lead of the chasing peloton of just over 4 minutes. And the composition of the break was Juan Ayuso and Jay Vine, Marco Frigo of IPT, Raul Garcia Piena of Arkea. He was the best placed rider. Mads Pedersen, Harold Tiada of Astana, Damien Housen, Brieuc Roland of Groupama. Also this man, Joel Niclau of Caja Rural, on the hunt for points, as was Sean Quinn, but it was Jay Vine, yesterday's stage winner in the polka dot jersey, who took maximum points at the top of the second climb of the day. 5 more points in the bag for the Australian. There we go, Niclau in second, Sean Quinn in third, therefore extending the lead of Jay Vine in the mountains classification over Louis Vervaeke. Meanwhile, looking relatively comfortable and calm in the peloton was Torsten Train. Next climb of the day, it was Jay Vine again, showing everybody a clean pair of heels, taking maximum points over the top. The Australian was looking good, adding 5 more points to his tally, coasting over the top of that climb. And on this occasion, rolling home in second place was Sean Quinn, adding to his points total too, and Marco Frigo in third. So Jay Vine now with a lead of 34 points to 23 over Louis Vervaeke. High speeds on the descent, and the lead at around 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Our 13 rider group, also including Eduardo Sepulveda, Jardi van der Lee and Kevin Vermaeke, were riding well in the Valley Road, trying to build as much as a buffer as they could. The only intermediate point today was here with 14 k's to go. It was Mads Pedersen in the green jersey who took a very valuable maximum 20 points. It was to be a good day for the Dane. On to the final climb then. The chase began from Team Visma Lease Bike, and this man, after a disappointing day yesterday and a hard opening few kilometres, Juan Ayuso, an explosive attack on the right-hand side of the road, surged clear and quickly opened up a gap. The 2 chasers behind, Garcia Piena, the best placed rider in the group, and Marco Frigo. And meanwhile, it was Victor Campenaerts picking up the pace for Team Visma Lease Bike. And this was to drastically reduce and thin out the peloton, really making Torsten Train start to suffer, but defending well. 2.8 k's to go, and it was the 2023 winner Sepp Kuss who went on the offensive, marked closely by Giulio Ciccone as the GC battle ensued. Almeida was there, Soler, Jorgensen, Kuss, and a very sterling ride by Torsten Train as well.
Ripped up the race on the first climb today. and Juan Ayuso is going to finish it off. Victory at the Vuelta A Espana, a stage going the way of the young man. What a way to come back, and yes, he doesn't care.
Silencing the critics in the best way possible. Win number 7 this year and 3 back-to-back wins in this Vuelta for UAE Team XRG. A marvellous ride as well by Marco Frigo there to finish in 2nd place. And also a great ride by the man from Arkea, Raul Garcia Piana, securing 3rd place. Soler attacked in the final, coming home just ahead of the main GC group, which was in turn led home by Tom Pidcock, and safely in the mix there the likes of Jonas Vingegaard and importantly Torsten Trein. But what a victory for this man. Ayuso silencing any critics with a performance to really be marvelled at. So confirmation of the stage, Juan Ayuso takes the win for UAE Team XRG ahead of Marco Frigo and Raul Garcia Piana, Tejada, Quinn, Van Mark, Sepulveda, Roland Soler and Pidcock. That's your top 10. Another visit to the podium then for this man after the team time trial 2 days ago and now again today. So to the general classification. Still leading is Torsten Trein of Bahrain Victoria's ahead of Jonas Vingegaard and João Almeida, Ciccone, Fortunato, Jorgensen, Hindley, Pellizzari and the rest. Also, this man looks to be the de facto leader of his team as Antonio Tiberi lost a lot of time today. Santiago Buitrago dropped off too. In terms of the points, well, after a great day out in front, boy, he had to work hard for that one. Mads Pedersen extends his lead by 20 points. He now leads Ethan Vernon, who has 76. Philipsen there in 3rd with 75. So all smiles for Mads Pedersen. Onto the mountains classification, and after another good day in front, Jay Vine extends his lead over Louis Verweyke. He now has 34 points. The Belgian 23, Juan Ayuso, moves up to 3rd with 20 points. And tomorrow we've got no mountains, so it should be a relatively easy affair for the Australian. Let's look ahead then to stage 8 of La Vuelta from Monzon Templario to Zaragoza. A relatively flat stage. There's the profile, no King of the Mountains, a sprint point at 121 k's. Then we commence a 23-kilometre finishing circuit. I think this one should be a nailed-on ride for the sprint teams. Not too many opportunities for them. Do not miss this one.